What up, Dokkaners? In today's video, I thought that we would take a trip down memory lane and take a look back at years past for worldwide download celebrations. The main reason for this is to try to figure out how many stones we can expect in the upcoming worldwide download celebration. Unlike the 8-year anniversary, we don't have our JP contemporary to use as a resource to see what they did during their celebration. This is a joint venture. So whatever happens, both versions are experiencing at the same time. And the only precedent that we have is basically the previous year. So before we do that, I wanted to just go back to year one and try to see if we could see the stone progression throughout the years. Now, I wasn't around during year one, year two, or frankly, year three. I kind of joined towards the end of year three. So I don't really know which one was the main celebration, but I figured we would start with 100 million because that seems like a nice even round number. Plus there were several celebrations. I mean, right out the bat, start with 50, 60, 70. It's like every month you have a celebration. So yeah, I don't really want to go through all that because I don't care enough. So we'll start with 100 and then we'll work our way all the way up to present day, with obviously the last year being the present day for the sake of this video. So let's take a look here. 100 dragon stones, or sorry, 100 million celebration. Wait, 100 million? Yeah, 100 million. We had 139 dragon stones. You know what? Year one vets, let me know. How was it during year one, year two, these sorts of celebrations? How do they compare to this year? Like in terms of the sort of beats that you had that back then, did some of those traditions carry on into these present day celebrations, or have they been completely changed and evolved from before? Let me know. But 139 was apparently all that we got back then. Then we got 411 in year two for the 200 million downloads. Was it 200? Yeah, this is the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta one. So yeah, 411. Then we go into 250. So this is fun fact for those of you who don't know. I've said this a lot, but for those of you who are new to the channel, this is when I started playing Dokkan. I didn't make content yet, but I started playing Dokkan towards the end of this, probably around like late September, like September 20 something. That is when I started playing Dokkan, and this was the second banner that I summoned on. The first one, in fact, is the basically what is now the Dual Dokkan Festival banner that we have with the cell up front of the Goku. Back then, it was this one, and the reason why I summoned on this first is because Ultra Instinct was there. I knew nothing about the game. I had just seen Dragon Ball Super. We were in the Tournament of Power, and I thought, okay, since I know nothing about the game, all I know is that, oh, the Humanity, Scott Herman plays it. Let me try this out. Hey, Ultra Instinct. I've got to be having the best unit in the game. If it's Ultra Instinct, let me get Ultra Instinct. And I got him, and I was pretty happy about it. So yeah, that's kind of where it started for me. And then, of course, if you don't know, I rainbowed the LR Goku Frieza before even realizing what the heck this game was. I pulled like 8 copies in like 2 seconds. It was insane. I got so annoyed, actually. That's why I remember. I was so irritated because I pulled this guy so many times that I actually wanted to sell them. But then I thought, man, this is actually pretty cool looking. I don't know if I want to get rid of it because it just happened in the anime. So it's because of my sentimental, I guess, I don't know, disposition that I decided to keep it. Anyway, for the 250 million downloads, Global received 733 Dragon Stones. Okay, so we're moving in the right direction. Then for the 300 million downloads, this was against the, or this was for the Gohan Cell celebration. We shot up all the way to 1,070. Yeah, 10,000 stones ain't happening for like another, what, 10, 20 years? Is there a breakdown for JP? I guess not. Whatever, almost 1,100, so that's quite a bit. And then we sort of kind of went back down. So I don't know what happened during 300 million, but we went crazy. Then we had 900 for the Majin Buu Saga one, which was after that. And JP, I think, got a little bit less. They got kind of the short end here. Yeah, JP got 835. So yeah, that was a ways down from the previous year. Then we went to 350. This was Namek, Goku, and Frieza. What the hell is going on here? What is that? Why does Frieza have like a growth on the... Oh, I remember. That's Frieza behind him. Oh yeah, I remember this. They forgot to remove the T... Is it the SSR or the TUR? I think it's the SSR Frieza from the back. That's why he looks like he's 2 things put together. Anyway, we got 1,100 stones there for Global. JP got a little bit more, actually. Yeah, they got 1,123. So now we're back to progressing forward. The inflation, if you will, is kicking in. So this was our breakdown from all the years. Let me know in the comments if these are actually accurate, because I don't know if the Dokkan Wiki had all of the information, because last year when I tried to do this, I didn't find all this. But let me know if this is relatively accurate. Had a little bit of a crazy jump right here, but then we went back down, we came back. So what did 2022 bring for us? Instead of just telling you the answer, we are going to go through this because I actually want to take a stroll down memory lane myself. Given that we're coming up on the biggest celebration of the year, why not go back to check out arguably the best celebration Dokkan's ever had? This, in terms of promotion, in terms of marketing, in terms of execution, this was basically a flawless celebration. And it has one of the most memorable marketing campaigns we've ever had. The Cooler Wrap. If you don't know what that is, I recommend you guys check it out. Just Google Cooler Wrap Dokkan and you will find it everywhere. It is insanely popular. Okay, so while we're going through this, feel free to just transpose whatever characters you want from the Future Saga in here. So like for this, you could throw on like Trunks and Mai. You could throw on Yajirobe here. For the random login, you've got Goku Piccolo with their burger crap. And then you got obviously the Dokkan Festival Carnival banners. Put whatever you want in there. I've got my theories. You all already know it, you know, so you could throw that in there. You could throw whatever you guys want. Fan cast the banners, if you will. We got the Pilaf's Trove. We got the new Dokkan event. And there's only going to be one Dokkan event, by the way, because it's going to be, well, we don't know yet, but it is most likely going to be what it was last year. So Dokkan Festival and then Carnival. The Carnival doesn't use its own Dokkan event. We only have one Dokkan event. That's why we're only going to have one here. Then we're going to have the special 50 ticket summon. We're going to have worldwide co-op campaigns. I believe this is usually, yeah, this is the global versus JP thing, which actually ends up giving us some pretty cool prizes. So last year, what was last year's prize? I actually don't think we had one last year. But up until last year, we would basically do like if Global did this or JP did this first, then JP would get this card, Global would get the other one, and then the only other way to get the other version would be in the next like major celebration. Hopefully they do something similar this year. I would love to have more free-to-play Future Saga characters, so whatever it is, I'll take it. We have SNS campaigns, so we're going to getting a bunch of stones for basically promoting on Twitter. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is just leave the app using the button to take you out. It'll register that as, oh, they did it, and you just come back and you'll get it, which, you know, I'll show you guys on YouTube community post or something. Worldwide Dual Dokkan Festival, this happened last year, so this is actually the one that I was talking about from back during year 3. 50 special summon, all the summons, yada yada yada. Let's go to the actual events here. Story event. So we're gonna get some sort of Future Saga story event. I believe it's gonna be the one that we saw in the V-Jump scan. Then we've got the unique events that basically give us more stuff. Free stones, you know, 30 stones every 7 days. Cool. Put this in the context of, you know, the Future Saga. Make it Yajirobe trying to find the survivors or something. Skill orbs for Future Saga, or skill orbs for whatever new category we're going to be getting, because we are definitely going to be getting something new. Well, actually, that's not true. Last year we didn't get something new in terms of categories, so maybe the categories won't be new. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Regardless, they will probably give us something relevant. Red Zone updates. So obviously the new Dismal Future Red Zone will receive updates incrementally throughout the celebration. Given that there are 3 parts, we'll probably get, well, since we already got 2, we would actually, let me pull up Infinite Dragon Ball history, because we pretty much have an idea for what we can expect from the Red Zone based on this. So let me find, where's Dismal Future? Sworn Enemies from the Future. Okay, so we've already had these 2 for stages 1 and 2, right? 17, 18, and Cell. So with 7 stages total here, we would get 2 stages, stages 3 and 4, maybe Goku Rose. Stage 5 and 6 would be Zamasu, Fusion Zamasu. And then stage 7 in part 3 would be the final one, Fusion Zamasu. So I think that this is actually a pretty accurate blueprint for what we can expect from it. So while that Red Zone receives updates, other Red Zones could receive either new stages or new stage missions. I don't think GT bosses or movie bosses will receive any sort of update, because those have already reached their apex with Broly. And actually, I guess the movie bosses one hasn't. Technically, they could throw on Cell Max if they really want to. I don't think that they will, because on the flip side, if you do that, then the movie or the GT boss Red Zone also has to receive an update, because these two kind of released at the same time. And after Omega, where do you go from GT? Don't say Goku's Legacy, because you'd have to fight Mamba. Don't tell me Mamba is going to be the stage 8 boss. I don't think so. I'm not going to fight a, what is she? I don't even know what she is. She fights in a kitchen with a giant pot of something. No, this is not going to receive an update. Movie boss is not going to receive an update. Cell Max already has his own event. He already is in another Red Zone. So these two, in my opinion, are pretty much done. We will not be getting any updates. Here, though, we could expect something. Now, in terms of the Red Ribbon Army, I also think this is also done. because you can't go further than Cell Max. Cell Max is the apex of Red Ribbon Army ingenuity, so you can't really beat that. So this is sadly stuck at stage 6, but we could get some more stage 6 missions. We only have 3, right? Clearing it once and then clearing it with these. There could be something where you have to clear stage 6 with every single type. You have to clear stage 6 within 5 turns. They could do something like that. If we were to look at the other red zone, Wicked Bloodline, there's a very easy one that they could be giving us on stage 6 here, which is Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza is very much so the next step in the Wicked Bloodline progression. You've got basically everything else except for maybe first form Frieza back when he fought Bardock. But even that, we've already kind of covered with the first form here. So the only opportunity that you could update this would be with a Golden Frieza, which would actually be pretty cool. And then we could receive more missions for maybe the Meta Cooler. And then also Golden Frieza. Although this guy already has a pretty healthy, robust line of missions. So yeah, just give us stage 6 for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just go on a limb and predict that we will be getting a stage 6 for the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone. Boss Rush. It's funny. Nobody cares about the actual Boss Rush experience because it's just a training exercise for 35 stones. But the fact that it hasn't been around in a little while has been rubbing people the wrong way, which to me is hilarious. But I do admit it is a staple of Dokkan to have these during marquee celebrations, so not having one is a bit odd. But the only way that you can do Boss Rush is to just have more Dokkan events. So if we have enough, then we can assemble another Boss Rush, and I would assume we do if this is the last one. Jeez. Yeah, we should have plenty to do more Boss Rushes. So maybe we get a Boss Rush. If we don't, whatever stones we would have earned during this will just show up somewhere else. But I do hope we get it. Now, this is going to be the main event. Other than the Red Zone, we're going to be getting a new unique event that is tailor-made for the Future Saga. So whatever that is, whatever they're going to call it, you know, like fighting for survival when all hope seems to be lost, or divine justice, stopping the eternal gods, you know, make up whatever nonsense you want. That'll be the new event. They'll have different things that you got to do with different units. The goal of this is to make use of the new units that you acquire. Just like during the 8-year anniversary, the Spirit Bomb event was built around having the Spirit Bomb characters. And if you didn't, it was supposed to be tough. Although it was kind of a misstep there because we were able to clear it very easily using other means, as you might have seen in my videos or other people's videos. So for this one, though, they're a lot less forgiving. Here, there's less room for error because you can only attempt using certain types of characters. You can only attempt stage 1 with Goku's family Namekians. You do extra damage from heroes from Cooler's Revenge on every single stage. They limited it in certain ways to basically force you to have the new units. You don't have to necessarily summon if you're doing it just for this, but just know that in terms of trying to beat this event, it's going to take a lot longer probably to beat this without the new units. And in all honesty, why would you skip Worldwide Download? Worldwide Download is a must summon. You are going to be getting transcendent new characters that establish the new order in the meta, and they are going to be so exclusive that they're not going to be back for a full year. So you want to be taking advantage of these earth-shattering, powerful characters during their initial release. Usually, you know, saving for when they return is fine and all, but for this one, it's a full year. Can you really give yourself a full year to deprive yourselves of the most powerful characters? I don't think so. So whatever this is, I'm sure that that will be annoying for some people, but fun for most. Eventually, you know, once the cat's out of the bag, nobody will care. Like, first day or two, Imperfect Cell Red Zone, everybody said it's the toughest event in the game. And now slowly the conversation is changing because we've had more time to process it. We've had more time to use different characters, use different teams. You've seen a lot of videos out there. So this will just be the same thing. New Ultimate Clash. So what? Another easy 35 stones. It'll be in the theme of Future Saga. Here it is obviously good guys versus Wicked Bloodline, Bardock Frieza, Goku Frieza, Frieza Trunks, heroes versus Cooler. So we'll get something similar. Put whatever you want in those different slots. The Toon Keys started for global during the Worldwide Download celebration. That's not going to happen this time. We're not going to be getting anything new, I would imagine. JP got this back in July of last year. Then we've got EZAs. Yes, we talked about this before. Place whatever EZAs you want. I've sort of fan cast the part 1 EZA to be Transforming Trunks, LR Rose, and somebody else, Int Zamasu. We got Stamina Recharge. We got all events available, Daily Orbs. Zenny Galore. This is a huge one because we're going to be getting a ton of EZAs during this celebration. When I say ton, at least probably 4, 5, or 6 maybe, because they're also going to be sub EZAs. Zenny Galore is basically like a scholarship, like a grant. You will basically be able to break even on all Extreme Z Awakening expenses because they can add up. And especially if you're new, you could go broke pretty quickly. So hopefully they will do this as well. If they do that, that's because there are a ton of EZAs. So you want to be seeing that because that means more EZAs are going to be taking place. That's just part 1. Let's just speed through parts 2 and 3. I don't want this video to drag on for too long. So we've got the, the Dual Dokkan Festival. We got more co-op stuff. We have a link level event, which will obviously be, well, hopefully we get something similar. I'm hoping that we can also get a free-to-play Goku Black team, like the clones from the Distorted World or whatever. Bringing all the Goku Blacks would actually be a great new chapter in the free-to-play meta. I'd actually very much love that. We got this part 2 Dokkan EZAs. We've got the Dokkan Festival EZA in Meta Cooler. So for this one, let's just say int Goku Black. We'll finally get his EZA. And then in here, there are going to be, well, there were a couple sub EZAs. So maybe we can get something similar this year for the Goku Black, whatever units fall under that same Dokkan event metal umbrella. A new event breaking through enemy lines. We have the same sort of premise year after year, just in different circumstances. So this year, it would probably be Goku Vegeta trying to break through all the forces of Goku Black. Update to the story event, update to Red Zone, more Red Zone add-ons. So maybe part 1 gives us Wicked Bloodline. Maybe part 2 gives us Red Ribbon Army. Who knows? Maybe just more missions. New story event revamp of, or actually an old story event revamp. More Zenny galore. Extreme Z area for free-to-play units. So the trunks that we'll be getting, whatever other units we get. Also, hopefully, I'm praying, I'm wishing into existence the Goku Black Army. More stages to the unique event. Infinite Dragon Ball history. Basically, think of that as the dismal future with androids up front, then Goku Black, then Zamasu, then Fusion Zamasu. And then we go into part 3. So what is the finale of part 3 looking like for us? The finale of part 3 gives us the big Spaghetti Star co-op stuff, more missions, yada, yada, yada. New story event, new revival or new updated story event, Dragon Ball story event. Final stage to the challenge event. Final stage to the Red Zone event. Final EZA. I think it was just one Dokkan Festival cooler for the finale. So I've elected to put the AGL transforming Zamasu in here. Was there anybody else? Oh, and he had a sub EZA. So maybe the transforming Zamasu has somebody with him. So that guy can also receive an EZA. New Extreme Z area stages. Sure. More free-to-play EZAs. I'll take that. Chain battle and more Zenny galore stuff. So there you have it. That is the full rundown of the worldwide download from last year. And what did we get in terms of Dragon Stones? With all things considered, I really don't want to go through and do the due diligence myself. So I'm trusting the Dokkan Wiki here. But with all of this, we received 1,107 Dragon Stones. Let's go ahead and include that in the list here. So 1,107 Dragon Stones. That brings our total to basically around 1,100. So if the last 2 years have given us 1,100, then I think that we can expect for 2023 to be at least 1,100 stones as well. Maybe more, maybe perhaps 1,150. Oh my God, not 2,250. Maybe 1,150. Seems like a very reasonable expectation at this point. So that is my prediction for the upcoming worldwide download. Again, like I said, nobody knows. So just wanted to take a stroll down memory lane and I liked it. It was actually a lot of fun, kind of reminiscing and thinking of how fun this was. This was, honestly, this was so much fun. You had to be there. If you are new to the game, you had to be there. And you know what? We will make new memories this year with this celebration, hoping to make this one the most memorable celebration of all time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and reflections on the worldwide download celebrations over the years. If you're a veteran Dokkaner from year 1 or year 2, what were the stone situations like back then? Were they more stingy? If you guys are relatively new to the game, what has been the most memorable celebration for you so far? And what are you most looking forward to about the upcoming worldwide download for 2023? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let each know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.